So Chelsea hasn't been able to win away to Everton since the 6th of August 2022, where we beat them by a lone goal to nil. We were thinking today was going to be the day we were going to make this history and win again away to Everton. But unfortunately, it ended in another draw, as it has been happening over the past 2-3 years. And it's shocking that Everton was able to, hold Chelsea to a draw in this particular game. But then, hey, this is EPL. You cannot underestimate any team. Guys, welcome to the review of the Everton-Chelsea game that played this afternoon. As usual, my name is Prince Amdan, and I have my man GH Amando in the building.
Yeah, man.
Right. History we've not been able to, I don't know how to put it, but
break the
record. But first of all, what's your general overview of the game? What are your thoughts? What is going through your mind after this 1-1 draw?
A lot.
Right. Share with us.
A lot is going through my mind at the moment, and of course, generally, I think it was a very poor game.
Right.
For in the part of Chelsea, and everything started from the first minute. And even before the first minute, from
selection,
the lineup, yes, from the lineup, I when I saw the lineup, I was disappointed in a way, and of course, I knew we were going to struggle with that kind of lineup, not because of the players that are playing, but the positioning of some of them. So I think it is clear in the game play, we can pinpoint some of them, and of course. Some players I still believe are not in the standard of Chelsea, and they shouldn't be nowhere near this Chelsea team.
Go straight to the point.
The person is none other than Disasi. I'm still thinking how he got to Chelsea. He was the weak link in the team, even though he made some tackles, but I think his confidence is too low. When he's been given the ball. It's like he has forgotten of himself and what he's going to do next.
His level of awareness is
very low. And
right.
if you are playing in the Premier League and you are not quick in your reaction, you are not quick in thinking, definitely you are likely to be losing balls. You are likely to be caught up with other teams pouncing on that. So for me, I think Disasi was off. He was not helping attacking. He was not helping in any way. He wasn't giving Pedro Neto some options. Remember, I said it when we were watching the game. So, and the other player I think struggled is Malo Gusto. And I said it even before the game started that I'm not comfortable for him inverting from the left because we know he's not perfect at that side. Even he still struggles in the right, inverting from the right, not to talk of inverting from the left. And you could see it clearly that he struggled, even defending. He struggled today defensively. So I think those are the key things that I saw.
But you think Enzo Maresca didn't know that, or you think he was undermining the Everton side?
I think
he had downplayed.
I think his tactics failed him today. His system that he wanted to play today failed him. And I think he should have quickly changed things, especially realizing that Chelsea were finding it difficult to play how we used to create chances how we used to.
Right.
So I was expecting him to make some few changes, especially bringing in. He should have brought in Renato Vega and then allow Malo Gusto to go back to the right back position where he's more efficient at.
And take out
Disasi very quickly. I was expecting that even before the second half because things were off from that angle. So, and possibly did something about Cole Palmer. Today, I want to say this match is easy. For me, the easiest and the most recent, I'll see Cole Palmer not doing a lot.
Right.
He was off today. So I think he should have did something about him, either change the role for him or just do something around him.
I mean,
you understand?
He must not always play the 90
all the time. So I think today's match for Cole Palmer, this is the worst in his Chelsea days. Yes.
Well, for me, I think it was a collectively poor performance.
Yes, collectively.
Everybody was
Yes.
poor.
Yeah.
I can only single out probably Tosin who was,
and the goalkeeper.
exactly, who were exceptional. But
Yes.
I think it was a collectively, bad performance.
Yeah.
We couldn't really create a lot of chances. And this is the situation I usually call useless possession, because we had over 74%, 75% of possession in the entire
doesn't-
game.
it doesn't
And it
matter.
didn't look like it. It didn't really look like we had possession, because we didn't make any use of that possession we had. And unfortunately, this game had to, come to a draw. But I also think, I'm tempted to believe that the weather is also a contributing factor to their inability to actually really play, because you could see that the wind was too hard and it was even taking the ball away.
Yeah.
But I think that is no excuse, because you are competing, you are playing against another team, so you don't have any. If you really want to win, you have to win. You don't have any complaints. So generally, I think it was a poor performance from the entire team, even including the manager of the side,
the manager himself.
Kasongo himself. We've been praising him recently,
he
but
got it wrong today.
Right, I think today was not really a good one for us. And I've always said that, you see, I'm a fan of managers who can think on their feet. But Enzo Maresca didn't really give us that today. When things were not working, we were asking several times, when is he going to make substitutions? And it wasn't forthcoming. It was after the Everton side made their substitutions before he came on. That shouldn't be the case. When you realize your team is not really working the way it's supposed to work, quickly you have to do something about it. But unfortunately, and we also have to understand that we cannot keep winning. It's nature.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get good results. Sometimes you're not good. We should even be tacking our stars.
I think Everton should have won this game.
Some people are languishing. Four goals. Or is it 5?
It was
3. Man United are languishing. 4 goals to 0. 3 goals. Sorry. United first. 3 goals to 0. Bournemouth lashing them. Yeah. So I think it's
we're also lucky not to give away the 3 points, because I think Sanchez stood up for the team, and Tosin as well.
Tosin as well.
So
blocked some very important.
They had clear chances to score Chelsea.
And it was quite clear. It was quite clear that especially that ball Tosin blocked was going into the net if his leg didn't cross the ball. And I think Sanchez as well.
Save a lot.
And as we keep saying, we don't sit here to just hit anybody. Players who do very well, game by game, we would have to praise you.
Definitely.
We cannot come here and sit and then just have an agenda against the player. No, we don't do that. Once the player does well, we'll praise him. We've been on record to have, said a lot about Sanchez. A lot of negative things about Sanchez. Yeah. But today he was exceptional.
Yeah, I think he's the man of the match for
me. We have to say it. Yeah. You see, so that is how it works. You don't have to be, an agenda setter of some players. So this goes to tell you that we are unbiased. We are not really here to support any player. We are here to say it as it is. And today, it didn't even Cole Palmer wasn't in the game, as you said. Yeah. It was a collective, disappointment from the entire team. Yeah. But what do you think Enzo Maresca should have done better? You've made mention of the fact that he should have played Gusto at a place where he was. Do you think Disasi should have started this game? And if not, who should have played in place of Disasi?
I still stand by that. Disasi shouldn't be nowhere near this starting 11, especially in the Premier League.
Right.
His quality, his understanding of the game is still low. I don't really know how. Like I said, I don't really know how he got to Chelsea.
Right.
But I expected to see Renato Vega starting from the beginning.
From the left.
Yes.
And allow Gusto to come to the right.
Allow Gusto to play where he's more comfortable at. And I was shocked to see him not being in the first 11. And even though when I saw Disasi, I was like, okay, fine, maybe he's going to play like a 3-back. Then, but it didn't really show up.
Yeah.
Why I said Disasi were a bit, off is that whenever he gave the ball to Pedro Neto, he would stay back instead of it to either run overlap or run closer to give him some options. But he will still be at the back.
Way far back.
Then Pedro Neto will be faced by 2 or 3 people. Definitely he will struggle.
He won't get
so
options,
that's what I was expecting from him, but I didn't really see that. And Malo Gusto also inverting from the left, we could see he got a chance where he could have nodded the ball into the net, but he couldn't.
I think it was a rebound.
Yes. I think we also missed Cucurella. I think with that kind of style, Cucurella is more solid, more clinical than
right.
But I also think that Renato Vega too is also clinical in that we've seen that in the Conference League where he scored goals from. He is also good at that. So I don't really understand why Enzo Maresca didn't start him. And also I feel like whenever we struggle to create a lot of chances, whenever we play, we possess a lot, we don't really see runners most of the time, especially these low block teams. When Kopama is off, we struggle to find another ways, especially with Jackson being quiet in a game.
Right.
Whenever Jackson is quiet in a game, it affects Chelsea. And you could see that he was quiet in this game. That really affected Chelsea in the game. So for me, let's keep pushing. I just want the coach, even though he might see whatever I'm saying, he definitely will see that, and he will make changes in the next game. And luckily, Cucurella will be back. So for me, I think he was also a key miss.
And I think we won't understand how important he is until he's not around. And I think it was for me the biggest problem.
Yeah,
Cucurella's absence. It was one of our biggest challenges. It is just a draw, and I think this is our first draw in about how many games? Five games.
Yeah.
For the past 5 games.
In the Premier League.
In the Premier League. Yeah. About 5 games.
Our 5 games winning streak.
Yeah, has
come to an
but
end.
then we haven't lost yet, so it's still okay. So guys, this has put us. We still maintain our second position.
Yeah.
Arsenal scored or won their game, so they are close to us with 2 points difference. So if we had lost, it would have been a point difference. But now that we drew, we have 2 points difference in between us. So it's still a decent, gap. So probably in our next game, if we are able to win and probably Arsenal lose or draw, or even if they win, still we'll keep that, going as well.
Yeah.
And we are still a point. Liverpool is yet to play, right?
Yeah,
so we are still a point, and they still have an outstanding game as well
against Everton.
At
Goodison. So it's not an easy game.
It's not going to be an easy game. So let's see how things unravel in this particular in the next coming days. Unfortunately, we were thinking our boys were going to give us some Christmas gift, but unfortunately it didn't come. But let's see how things go.
Boxing Day will be another match,
another game. Right. So, do you have anything to add?
Well, I think basically that's what what we have to say, and of course. Let's praise Sanchez. Let's praise Tosin Adarabioyo for a wonderful work done. I think aside everybody being average, these two were on top.
Right.
And also maybe Caicedo as usual.
True.
So for me, not a good team performance. But
I think I've said this before, but I think priority should be placed on Tosin.
Yeah.
He if he gets a lot of opportunity, he'll really up his game, and he'll be a very, very dependable defender.
Yeah.
Knowing that we have issues in our defense, I think he has come up. on several occasions, and he has really, really shown that he's capable.
Yes.
And we keep saying it here week in, week out. His passes, his distribution of the ball, it's like so good, and compared with his aerial ability as well. So I think he's somebody we should really
need some time
to settle and then give us the kind of defensive performances we need. But overall, I think it's not really bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in our next game we would come back stronger, and then
of course, I think so.
Right. So big ups to all the boys. Big ups to the coach, and let's go back to the drawing board. Let's put in the work. Let's come back stronger, and then we'll be back with more. Peace. We are.